Good morning and welcome. My name is Luke Sarong and I'd like to welcome you to this course, this very short course today, called How to Be a Great Facilitator. Now quickly before we do start, a little bit of housekeeping. Should we need to evacuate the building, please do follow me down the corridor, down the stairs and to the car park to the emergency assembly point. Gentlemen's toilets are down the corridor and to the left, and the ladies' toilets are down the corridor and to the right. We will have a coffee break in about 10 minutes and we'll be providing tea, coffee, some light refreshments. Little outline of this morning's course. We will be talking about what it means to be a facilitator and, very importantly, what is our role as great facilitators. Bit of background about myself. I have been involved in the hospitality and aviation industry for about 10 years, where I was an international flight attendant with Qantas, based in Sydney, Melbourne and London. In 2005 I was one of the 8 corporate trainers selected to go to London to set up a cabin crew base up there, which was fantastic, at Heathrow Airport. During my time there I did a lot of corporate training of both managers with their soft skills with both staff and customers, and also employee soft skills, so in first class, business class and economy as well. How to deal with customers, the products that we had, and also how to interact with other employees as well. Training very much was my passion at Qantas, which is the reason why I'm here today and talking to you about how to become a great facilitator. Now, to begin with, let's ask the very fundamental question: what does it mean to be a great facilitator? And to answer that, we need to look at what is the definition of the word facilitate. Does anybody in the class know? Jeffrey? Yes, it does. It does mean to train people. Absolutely. Susan? To develop knowledge and skills. Absolutely right. Thank you very much. But if we actually look at the definition of the word facilitate, it means to make easy and to help forward. And that is the essence of what it means to be not only a facilitator, but a great facilitator. Long gone are the days of being a teacher, chalk and talk, writing up on the whiteboard, student copies knowledge, and it's done. What we're here to do is to extract all the skills and the development that people have both individually and as a group, and to make easy and to help forward their personal, professional development. Okay? It's about them reaching their goals, and all we're doing is facilitating their journey forwards. Now, to illustrate this, I do want to quickly go around the room and ask each of you how long you've been in the workforce for. Jeffrey? 15 years you've been in the workforce, fantastic. And Patrick, 6 months, excellent. Bree, how long? 2 years, fantastic. Susan, 27 years, great, excellent. And Lucy, 11 years, that's great, thank you. David, 12 and a half years, excellent. Great, so in this group, in this classroom alone, we have over 60 years work experience across a myriad of industries. It could be being accountants, it could be being flight attendants, baristas, lawyers, anything, it doesn't matter. But what we need to do as facilitators is to utilise all that knowledge and all those skills as a group and within the individuals, and help those participants move forward and to make easy their learning experience. It would be wrong of me to say, I've been around for 10 years, I know what's right, I know what's wrong. Let's take all that knowledge, all that wealth of skills and knowledge and understanding, and really use it as much as we possibly can. Okay? Now, what we need to do is extract all those strengths that we have, all those skills that we have, and to use them to move forward. But how do we do that when we only have 1 hour, 2 hours, 5 hours, 1 day training people? That's a great question. To be able to do that, we need to understand our audience and understand that our audience learns in many different ways. For myself, for instance, I'm a very tactile person. I always learn things by touching. So for instance, if I'm going to learn how to use a computer, I need to be able to touch the computer, type away, use the programs, and then I'll understand it. You can talk to me all day, but I won't understand something until I try it myself. Okay? That's known as a tactile learning style. The other styles that we have also are oral. People like to hear things. Oral, people like to talk about what they're learning. And visual. Okay? So people like to see things written on whiteboards, see objects, see movies, posters, whatever the case may be. Okay? Now, because I learn well through tactile learning styles, I will naturally facilitate using that style. So what I need to be careful of is not to use that too much, but to use a variety of learning styles so that everybody in the room has an opportunity to use their style the best to understand the concept that we're talking about. Okay, so I might need to mix a tactile activity up with a visual and maybe talk for 15 minutes so that everyone will have the opportunity to understand. But what do we do when someone doesn't understand? Let's say we've got 30 people in the room, 29 people understand, but one person doesn't. Okay? Have you ever been in a situation at home, in the work, with friends, with colleagues, where you've explained something over and over and over again, and the person hasn't understood? And you've sat there and said, what's wrong with this person? Why don't they understand? Put your hands up if you've done it. I know I have. Flip that idea on its head if you want to become a great facilitator. It's not the fact that they don't understand that's the problem. They're not the silly ones, okay? It's our inability to be a great facilitator when someone doesn't understand. What we need to do is understand the fact that we haven't explained the concept in such a way that they can grapple and understand the idea. So what we need to do is change our learning styles to suit that person so that they will understand what's going on. Okay? If you've explained something 3 or 4 times and they haven't understood it, maybe we need to go to a computer and start typing away to understand it. Maybe we need to go to a coffee machine and start making coffees to understand why. That is the essence of being a great facilitator. To make easy and to help forward their learning experience. It's the same with a lot of adult education nowadays. We use with assessments competency-based training. Some courses have assessments, some don't. A lot of the adult education uses competency-based training. What that means is that if we have an activity, someone can display competence in it, making a coffee on a coffee machine, fantastic. We deem them to be competent. If the person can't make the coffee, then they're deemed to be not yet competent. And the most important word in that phrase is yet, because that's where we come into it. Although they're not yet competent, it's our job to make easy and to help forward their progression to get to that level of competency. So by saying not yet competent, we're inferring that they will become competent. And that's our job, ladies and gentlemen, to help someone to make easy, to use their skills, to use their 10 years, their 15, their 27 years of experience, knowledge and skills, and to bring them to that level. Okay? Thank you very much for your time this morning. We're going to have a quick coffee break now, and then we're going to jump into some activities afterwards where we'll be using different learning styles to talk about facilitating, what it means to be a facilitator, and how each of us are going to become great facilitators. Thank you.